How's it going, people? Jeff here from Ecom Geeks. Today, we are going to be talking about the top print-on-demand products for July 2021. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and click the bell. We regularly post the most up-to-date dropshipping strategies as well as winning products videos, and as you know, with dropshipping, time is of the essence. One thing that's become really hot with print on demand are these things called all over prints or graphic prints, which basically means it's not your typical print on demand where you can just, print on one sort of surface, the front of a t-shirt or a hoodie or something like that. These are designs that are completely all around the product. So we have certain examples such as yoga pants here, t-shirts. This is just to kind of give you an example of what all over prints really mean. And right now, things are selling really well. We've got a couple specific products that are doing well, just as examples. So, like I mentioned before, yoga pants are really hot right now, especially with the all over prints. And I mean, with the all over prints, the thing that makes them very good for selling is that people are willing to pay more for an all over print because the perceived value of that product is much greater than a product that just has, a logo on the front or something like that. It feels much more unique, and people are willing to pay more for it. So even though, I'm using both Printify as well as Printful. I mean, most products are, from one to the other are the same, so you can use either or both at the same time, depending on what's cheaper for the different products. So we've got our yoga pants here. I mean, this is from 21.55 and 29.10. I mean, it's cheaper with the premium, but it's still more expensive for sure. However, you are able to sell these guys for at least, double their price, like 50 bucks, 60 bucks. People are willing to pay if they perceive the value is higher, and these things are viewed in that perspective. So let's get a couple other examples here. I mean, we've got your typical sort of t-shirt, both men and women. We also have, your kind of typical hoodie as well. One thing to consider while doing print on demand is that it's very hard to get into the clothing side of it. So even though we've just referred to, the different print on demand in terms of the all over prints, there are a lot of other products that are print on demand that people are willing to pay more for other than clothing. And clothing can be a really, really hard niche to break into, especially with so many large companies. So for the rest of them, these guys are not going to be clothing items at all. They're going to be others. So let's take a look here. First up here, we have mugs, and these guys have been hot sellers for a very long time now. And there are a couple newcomers. So there's the enameled camping mug. These guys have been kind of lighting up. They're much more durable, like it says, it's for camping, and people have been willing to pay a lot more for these. Especially if they can customize it themselves, or if you have a specific niche shop on something, like it could either be outdoorsy or it could be like geeky. It doesn't matter. What matters is the niche audience that you're focusing on, and then using that in order to be able to sell these products. So like I said, we've got the camping mug here. Also, what's doing well are the accent mugs here. So these guys that have, a different colored inside and handle, and then you've got the print on demand for the outside. These guys are doing really well, and as you can see, it's not too bad, and you can really upsell these guys, especially if they're unique. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the stainless steel travel mugs. The last thing for mugs, stainless steel travel mugs, or tumblers, as they're often referred to. It's these guys have been doing really well, especially the last couple months. Been selling exceptionally well. So keep an eye on those. Consider some of those for your store. The next thing that we're going to look at are posters. Now, the reason why posters are so good is because they're so cheap, yet people are willing to pay much more for them. So as you can see here on Printify, this guy here is, 418 to create, and then 349. I mean, posters you can sell for 50 bucks. They're light, so it doesn't cost a lot in terms of shipping costs. They're cheap, and people are willing to pay more for it. So posters, huge thing, especially around the home, things like that. So that can be more like modern housewife sort of thing in terms of, nice thing. It can be music related. It could be anything really. So posters are very good because of their profits. The next one we have here are magnets, and these guys are similar sort of idea. They're cheap because they're cheap. I mean, they're just magnets, right? But it's very, very helpful because you can make a huge turnover, especially with, unique magnets, whether that's, somebody doing, like a photo of their pets or their kids, or a memory that they shared together. It really allows people a lot of flexibility. So just to be able to do your own magnets is huge. Similarly, we also have square stickers as well. So these guys are pretty interesting. They're even cheaper than the magnets, and from $1.34. I mean, even if you're charging $5, I mean, you are more than putting in the three times rule in terms of upselling. You can definitely make a lot, especially if you have something on your site that's like buy buy five get the sixth one free, or like get 15 and get 50% off your order. You're still going to make a ton of profit off of that. So definitely take that into consideration. The next thing we have here is a new spin on something classic. So when people think print on demand, they usually think of t-shirts and phone cases. So this is a phone case, but this is a biodegradable phone case. And so especially people in my generation, I mean, in terms of looking out for the environment, it's very important to us. And so there are a lot of people that are willing to pay more for a biodegradable phone case, and it gets to be customized as well. So not only is it biodegradable, but it also looks nice. So just take a look at that. I mean, like, the prices are gonna vary depending on the type of phone, but I mean, like, you're looking at basically $15, and you can very easily upsell these guys to 50 or 60. I mean, it depends on what you want to charge people, but really, especially because the biodegradable side of things, you can really make a huge profit off of it. So next up, we have the clutch bag, and this is also an all-over print, and it's become really, really popular. So just allowing women to be able to customize their own clutch bag, whether that's like a repeating pattern or anything, it really, really can. I mean, that's the beauty of print on demand. So this has become exceptionally popular. Definitely take a look. Definitely take a look at some of your competitors and some suggested designs and stuff like that, because this thing can do really, really well. It's only priced at $16, which is nothing for a purse. So you could definitely upsell these guys by a lot. So I would highly recommend taking a look at them. The last thing we're going to take a look at is engraved jewelry. Now, I couldn't find this on Printify, so I did look at Printful, and they do have it. And they have multiple different types of engravable jewelry. And this is really cool because it can add a really nice touch and make something very personal. And when customers make a product that is personal to somebody else as a gift, it is huge. They are much more willing to pay more for something customizable, in that category, because the perceived value of that is so much higher. It really is incredible what people are willing to pay for this. So I mean, like, it's not cheap on the base. It's $30 Canadian plus free shipping, but it's you can upsell these guys like crazy, and people are really, really willing to pay for it. So there you go. Those are our suggested print-on-demand products for July 2021. Hope that helps. Catch you next time. If you're a dropshipper with high traffic and no sales, we have a free 5-step guide that will help you develop a profitable ad strategy, learn how to generate free traffic, and help you find winning products that people can't wait to buy. Transform your Shopify store into a professional, trustworthy store that customers can't wait to shop at. Check out the description box below for more information. If you liked this video, make sure to check out our related video here. If this video helped you, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave us a comment and we will get back to you. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn notifications on, as we have lots of great videos planned that you won't want to miss.